and welcome back to the Hot Pod. All right, it's your girl Hilary, Olivia, and Tchad.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get over that.
Yeah, the trumpets for my name.
The extra.
I'm just saying, I gotta be extra. But yeah, so welcome back to the Hot Pod, guys.
Welcome back. Hey guys.
Hey.
I know you guys missed us. I know you did.
We say
It's
every
crazy.
episode. Clearly they don't, but
Well, they tune
we
in.
were sitting in front of the
They
camera.
tune in. So this one over here, lo siento, mamita. This one over here, been watching
Gracias.
The Bear.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I don't know if I can get into The Bear.
you didn't try.
You can.
Anybody can get into the bear. That show is too
It's
good.
Homeboy
so
tried to put me
good.
on. I just
If it's not
It's-
Ratchet TV,
didn't
she don't
care
want to watch it. That's why.
Yeah.
You should watch a show.
It's
with
not
steps.
dramatic.
no.
in that
I
way.
do like a little Ratchet TV. It makes me feel like I'm smarter than every celebrity out there.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You
It's
know,
not
I
right.
like. No,
No, I feel like
no,
the
it's just a
Bears-
guilty pleasure. I like to
Yeah.
watch it on my lunch or whatever, you
Yeah.
know. But The Bear, I don't know. I'm such a shameless fan that watching him in the kitchen again,
Yeah.
it's giving shameless. Like I can't differentiate the two.
I
He
can understand
fine.
that. Because but you know what
She's
I'll
like,
say
yeah.
about that? Because I had the same thing. Like, Shameless was in my mind as I was
Yeah.
watching it.
Mhm.
The Shameless, like, his character basically acts the same as his character in
I would
Shameless,
agree with
right?
that.
You see,
Because
so
he
how
acts the
can
same.
I?
But once
But
you get into
into
the
it.
story,
Okay.
then it fades away, and you start to see his character for what it is in The Bear.
Does he hook up with that black girl? Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
She's making shit up. That's not a spoiler alert.
I'm just saying, does he hook up? I'm asking. Spoiler
Well,
alert.
actually, they don't hook up, but they do have a thing.
Like, there's chemistry there.
There's something.
I kind of
happens.
saw it,
I'm
like
not
in
up
the
to
little.
that yet then.
Sorry.
Because he's still what's her name.
Oh yeah.
But like
Claire Bear.
I already know Claire Bear is not gonna last. I can see it.
Yeah.
Claire Bear is giving bad vibes to me. I don't like her.
Really?
Nothing about her seems genuine. I feel like she's there for the wrong reasons. She's hooked up on the time.
She's there for the wrong
Which is
reason.
interesting because I can see how you say it because of how they wrote her character to be, but she's honestly harmless. Like,
She really is just an innocent character.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the harm in that relationship. Cool. All right. Next.
sorry.
He's going to be the harm.
I'm gonna finish it tonight. I think.
No, I gotta start it and like get into it because I am done with all my shows and
Yeah.
although Netflix too hot to handle about to come back. So
I want again back to this trash.
just saying.
TV.
I like those types of. I don't love it. I like those types of shows because it's just like
ADHD.
it's there's no like thought process needed to watch it.
Oh.
Like
See, I like to think very deeply about.
You don't like to
the
think?
media I'm consuming.
no, not when I'm watching like stupidity like that.
Yeah.
I don't like to think.
I
when
like
I'm
to think
watching.
about everything. I
I'm
like
like-
to think
yeah.
about the writing, the cinematography. I like
See,
to think about
Hidden
I
messages
like
in the
that.
show.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
love
like the
that.
deep dive.
I
they
like that
do.
with
That
my other
keeps me
shows.
engaged.
I like that with my other shows. Like I watch 911. I watch The Rookie. Like I watch all those medical and like uniform shows. Like I like
Right.
that. And my
Yeah.
SVU.
They're wearing a uniform. It's just an apron. Just watch it.
So I just
Yeah. It's just different.
I agree.
I think it's different in the sense that The Bear needs your full undivided attention.
Yeah,
all the
I
time.
don't know if my ADHD is gonna give me. It's gonna
Take your
make me
medicine.
be able. Yes, Olivia,
And
I
watch
know.
the show.
But I don't want to like zone out while just like watching the show. Like
Yeah,
you
if
ever
you
watch
zone
a
out,
show
you're gonna miss
high as a
something.
You
kite
can, if
and
you
just zone out and you're like, how the fuck
Yeah,
did we get here?
exactly. I definitely.
It's
That's-
actually,
how my
I feel like
medicine
with The
works.
Bear, it is easy to do that. Like, if you're watching it mindlessly and you're not locked into watching it, I've had to rewind a couple of times where I'm like,
Exactly.
Well,
I'm
that's
watching it,
what
and then
I'm saying.
everybody's screaming. I'm like, wait. I missed a key part that got me to this
Yeah.
fight right
Let
now.
me tell you, the only episode I remember, and I think it was the last episode I watched, it was when something broke down in the restaurant and they were cooking outside.
Oh yeah.
I was like, y'all niggas will do that? Like, back it up, we done.
Yeah.
Done, not doing it. But I was like, all right, this show is kind of interesting.
What
but
episode
even
is that?
that
See, I gotta go
reminded me
back.
of
That was
Shameless.
in season 1.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, now I gotta
Yeah.
go back.
Even that kind of reminded me
Yeah.
of Shameless. Like, shit ain't working. Shit's breaking down. They're in poverty. They're in the
Well,
hood.
they're literally
So-
set in the same place.
Yeah, they're both Chicago.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying.
So it makes sense.
Like,
But I think it's like
it should have been a continuation of Shameless then.
Nah, not at
With
all.
no characters, just live.
Yeah.
It could have.
I think if you keep watching it, you do have to like hold on and keep watching it. Then you'll see. Oh, he's not lip.
Yeah, I was gonna say you couldn't do it as
he
a.
didn't give me stupidity like stupid choices lip. He didn't like when I watched it. He didn't give that to me. He gave, I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's either y'all hang on or get the fuck off. Or
Yeah.
on.
I feel like
that's definitely what his character in The Bear is like.
I was like, on the surface,
I got
they're
that
the
within,
same.
Like, the first like 15 minutes of watching that one episode. So
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a really good show. I just have other shows that I started in queue. So I'm like, I'm waiting for that one moment where it's like, I don't have sugar to watch.
Yeah.
So let me watch The Bear. But
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching it from time to time. He's obsessed with The Shy, though. Y'all ever watch that?
I didn't watch that. No, I've heard it was good though, but I've never watched it.
Okay, yeah, no, don't watch it. Anyway,
but season 3 is coming back. Of season 3 of The Bear is coming back June 27th, so it should be out by
you
this
guys are
time.
excited about that?
Yeah.
So
I gotta
excited.
finish. Actually, I'm really happy I'm finishing season 2 this week because I'm gonna be able to watch season 3 right away.
Yeah.
So wait, does it okay, I don't know how season 2 ended.
Neither do I.
But
Okay, I'll tell you.
No spoiler alert. Okay. But I saw that he's in like some fancy restaurant. From what I saw, he was in his lights
girl,
turned off
you have
him
to
being
watch
in a
the show.
fancy ass restaurant. As soon
Yeah.
as I saw the trailer drop, I was like, sent it to homeboy, and I was like, look,
You have to-
That could be, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, because he is a chef who worked
in
at a
high-end
really
restaurants
high-end
before.
restaurant before.
No,
So
they
it
said
could be the
season
flash.
3. They
So,
said season 3 is
she's
coming.
seeing
It was a
the
trailer
bear.
for season 3.
Okay,
season
so-
3.
So more than likely she's seeing the bear.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Bear's the name of the restaurant.
The name of the restaurant.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask. Okay, so
It's also his nickname.
His nickname because their last name is Berzano.
Yeah.
This is where you separate him from Lip.
Now I
would
gotta
say.
watch the show.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
Now I
separate
gotta watch
him
the
from
show.
Lip. His
But
background.
I
I have
think what
questions.
you'll really like is the family episode.
Yo.
Where
It was
I
good.
love
Family
that.
episode.
It's so
I
chaotic.
like all the. I
where
don't
it's
tell
a
her who's in it,
flashback.
but I like that it was
Yeah.
just the most random celebrities ever. I was like,
Yeah.
what am I watching?
All of these people in one
What
room,
do you
like,
Like, there's a flashback.
Okay, so
episode.
don't tell me the
the
celebrities.
cameos
The
of
cameos,
who's
there's
in
just-
their
you're just
family.
like,
It's kind of like, whoa.
what?
Well, it's
Like,
obviously white people.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
That's
good.
what I mean.
But it's like really
Okay.
good. It was random and it
Yeah.
worked. And I was
It's
like, yo.
adopted by a black Jamaican woman.
Yeah.
And her name is Felicia Rashad.
Right.
No, but
yeah.
that's okay. Okay.
But
No,
it's so
that
dramatic.
is a really dramatic episode. And it's really good. And it actually pulls together a lot of like their past.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, this why y'all act like that.
Exactly. It explains the
It
tone of the
explains,
show.
yeah.
Okay.
It explains
See?
why everything goes from 0 to 100 so quickly.
fast.
See, with Shameless, you got where they came from.
Yeah.
First 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there is no Frank on that show. That
No.
the Frank-ish character. Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Like his background isn't as shameless on the surface. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll put a bleep.
Yeah.
It's 14 minutes. Oh no, wait, we were talking for the first 4.
That's fine.
No, it's not as like messed up as shameless on the surface, but it's like emotional. You're like, what? Yo.
Yeah, it's like emotional trauma.
I don't want too
and-
serious. I want it to be
It's
serious.
not. They keep
I
you
don't want a laugh
entertained the
track
whole
or anything
time.
like that.
Yeah.
But I do want like some type of punny jokes.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I want that type of humor. Is there any in
Not like I don't think
I wouldn't say
punny humor.
punny.
I think it's just like you're watching. You're like, that's mad funny.
because people usually
Yeah.
crack jokes even in serious situations. So
It's just
for
the
me-
characters
characters
themselves
themselves-
don't take themselves seriously.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's funny. Like,
Okay.
you can laugh.
It's
through
funny,
It.
not they're gonna blatantly tell you a joke and you're meant to laugh at that exact moment, but like
Yeah.
you might catch on to something and then start laughing like, oh my
Like,
god.
oh, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
that
like
makes
it.
sense. That makes sense.
It's just such a beautifully written story.
So
is
how
really
is the
good.
family dynamic on that show? Like
I
does
feel
he
like
have?
toxic.
I know
Very.
there's a brother or cousin.
There's
I love
cousin.
Cousin.
I
I
Oh,
love
there's
cousin.
a cousin who's in the drug.
Yeah.
Okay, that's as
I
far
love
as I got,
cousin,
'cause
and
they
I
were
love
trying to
cousin's
figure out-
storyline. I love how he's developing as a character.
Yes.
Who's the
Richie?
tall guy?
Richie.
There's
Richie
there's a
cousin.
big guy.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Fact.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then there's
Cousin is
Zach.
Yeah.
And then
Zach.
and then there's Richie, who's cousin. Richie's the tall one.
Yeah.
That's cousin.
Okay,
Mhm.
and
I
he's the
love
one
him.
that because I guess that episode that where the lights went out, the only episode that I saw, he had to swallow his pride. I keep wanting to call him lip.
Mm.
Whatever, bear.
Carmi.
Huh?
Carmi.
Carmi is what they
Carmi.
call him. Yeah.
Carmi was asking him. He didn't want to ask him, but he had to ask him. was there like some type of drug, something that happened?
Yeah.
There?
Oh, I know what
I
episode
know
we're
he had
talking
to do
about.
something illegal to get to
Yeah, for sure.
the lights back on.
Yes.
Back on. Okay, so is that cousin
Yeah.
related into the drug stuff?
Well,
It's not as deep as I think you think it is.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I told you I watch SVU
it's
and all
not
these
like-
crazy shows.
Yeah.
Drugs aren't prevalent in the main part of the show.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
doesn't like contain.
No
It
one's-
gave me
yeah.
that vibe, so
Yeah.
that's why I asked, because that's what it was in Shameless. They
Yeah.
had to like,
Yeah, that's what I
they
mean. Like
had
on
to
the
do a lot
surface,
of
Yeah.
illegal
it's very different.
Yeah.
Like actually, everything they're trying to do is legal. They're trying to do everything legally so that they can be a legal running restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there have been things that happened that they find out along the way that were illegal,
Yeah,
and
they're trying to fix it now and make it
Yeah.
better and actually be like good people. Even though
Okay,
you
so they're
watch
trying
it,
to right
like-
their wrongs, pretty much.
exactly
Not even their. I guess
That's
not their
not- yeah, it's not their
Their
wrongs,
wrongs, but right the wrongs at the restaurant.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, sounds good. I think I'm
show.
gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I might give it like till season 3 starts, and that's what this week.
Thursday.
Next
June 27th.
Thursday.
Okay, so once season 3 starts, I'll start that because I should be done on Monday with all my shows.
All right,
Yeah.
love
Oh, okay.
I'm excited. I'm gonna finish it tonight.
yeah,
Alright.
it's so great. But speaking of family,
What?
today we're gonna get kind of deep.
My heart started racing.
Really?
No.
She said, "Is that her answer?"
Sorry.
We're
Sorry.
gonna get
Really?
kinda deep, guys.
Sorry.
We're gonna
We're gonna start.
dive into our personal family dynamics.
I don't know your host.
This is Dr. Phil. Unfortunately.
If you have made it this far and you don't know we're cousins,
Yeah, we're we're
We are-
sisters.
oh yeah,
We're cousins.
yeah. Okay, so wait, for the people who are not watching the video,
Oh, Hilary.
Olivia
yeah.
and Hilary are sisters.
Sisters.
Unfortunately.
And me, Tchad, I'm their cousin.
Yep.
So that's how we're related.
We are related.
Not by choice.
We grew
I
up
am-
together, seeing each other pretty much every week
Yeah.
since birth.
Yeah.
So we
Don't
have.
you dare tell my age.
I was about
Yeah.
to go into the age thing, which is
The
really
way
funny.
she was staring at me, I was
I was
like,
gonna say
"Don't
that.
you dare tell my
I was
age."
like, do we tell them like the age thing?
"No."
You don't have to say
think
that.
but
No, it's
yeah,
really
okay.
important.
There is an age difference.
A big one.
I'm the youngest, so I came after.
Hillary's lying. Hillary's the oldest.
I don't think we have to say exactly our
Age.
ages.
No. I'm the
But-
older. I'm the older. I'm the oldest out of all 3 of us. Then it's Tchad. Then it's
That's me.
Olivia.
Yeah.
The
So
baby.
there is that I think also plays into our
She's the
family
baby of
dynamics
the
and how
all-
we've
all the-
experienced.
all
Out
the
of all the
immediate
grandkids,
grandkids, yeah.
Olivia's the baby.
The youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. It's
But the
really
great
hard.
grands are here now, so
Yeah, I mean nothing now. I'm kind of just lost in the sauce. That's fine. I'm not upset about it.
the rest of us still see you as the baby.
Thanks. Actually, I do. I get that. You guys all treat me that way. Like my birthday party's coming up, and everybody's like, "Are you excited?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
It's crazy.
It's
though,
only because
like,
it's 4th of
when
July.
you get old, it's like, oh shit, we're
Yeah, I
old.
feel
Like
No. We're
That's how
only
it
2
feels
years
like-
apart.
Hillary.
I don't understand.
Hillary.
I
Hillary.
I told you I live in the land of Delulu.
Because now I
Leave
want
me
to say your age
alone.
because you're crazy.
I'm not, okay, guys. I'm not that old. I
She's-
really am not that old. But I literally, because I don't have any kids.
What's our age difference?
I don't. You mind your business. Because there's
No, I'm not
because I
saying
don't
you're
have any
old.
kids, and like I don't feel my age. It's just
Yeah.
It's just weird.
I can get that.
Like every time somebody's like, "Oh, how old are you?" I'm always like,
Right. Like in my head, I'm perpetually 22.
I have not aged over 27. I have
No,
not
that's pretty
aged.
valid. I'll give you that.
I have not aged over 27.
I've been 21
I'm
for like
stuck.
3 years now. You can't leave it. It's like you get. There's a one age where like you kind of just stop counting for yourself. And people ask you.
Exactly.
I have to think about it.
Yeah,
The
I
other
have to think
day,
about it too.
somebody asked me how old I was, and I was like,
Oh, damn! It started that early for you?
It started because you know what it is. I'm like 2 years removed from college, and for me, it's so weird. I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
It's been
Yeah.
6 years since I graduated high school. That makes no sense to me.
If it's 6 for you, how many years is it for me?
Right.
Damn near 10
Don't
years.
look at me, hoes. Y'all better not look at me. Y'all better not look at me. That's your struggle.
I genuinely like once the dates change, like I'm weak.
I brought the coaster with me.
I don't remember the year I graduated high school.
That's fair.
like it's hard for me.
For
to
me,
remember that.
it's because of my birth year, so everything is so.
oh
easy for me to
right,
remember.
okay.
I hate that because I was almost there, but without telling my age.
I'm like, almost
I think
where?
if they've watched the
Like at
episodes,
an age where it's easy
Easy
to know.
I
how
think
old
if
you
they've
are.
listened to the episodes, they can get.
We've definitely said our exact.
You know
ages
what,
before.
guys? throw numbers if you just put
Don't
Hilary
violate, please.
Yeah,
and put a
guess
number.
how old you
put
think
our
we all
names
are.
and put
Or our
numbers
initial.
next to it.
Initial. Put our initial. and
initial.
Oh,
initial.
yeah.
T, H-O-T,
Yeah.
yeah. So for y'all, I want y'all to guess our ages, and the right person's gonna get something sent to their house. I'm gonna send somebody something.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
Yeah. If one person guesses all of our ages, that's
Right.
not a family member.
Right.
Watching.
You can't be.
Or
Disclaimer.
listening.
Not for
Why
family.
do
No
I feel
family
like a family
members.
member would still get it wrong?
Facts. No, I'd be like,
They say
Really?
so boldly, and it's
16.
Yep.
Really? 16.
Sick.
After watching that Halloween episode last week.
Yeah.
No, but okay. If y'all can guess our age, I'll
win
send you guys
something.
something. Okay? I'll DM you and let you guys know, okay? But just, put in the comments or send me a message
Send y'all a
directly.
picture of herself.
But getting back to the
Period.
family dynamics,
Yes.
I think our ages do play a factor in how we've experienced our family differently.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, me being a part of the top 5, I feel like that definitely. Am I top 5?
Yeah,
you
you're
are.
top 5.
So me being the last of the top 5 is kind of
Yeah.
like,
Last of the top 5, last of the second 6. Isn't that crazy?
that's crazy.
Look at us go.
Well, she don't count top 5 and last 5.
It was top 5 and last 6.
But sure.
I was born less
First
than a year
5
after
and
the-
second 6. That's what it was.
It's
First
first 5
5
and
yeah.
second 6.
Second 6.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to kick me out? And I was born less than a year. Come on now.
Now you're trying to kick her out. No, but because I was like a part of the last 5 or whatever, I feel
5.
like first 5. I feel like my experience is like I'm like the middle. I'm not, but I feel like I am the middle of experiencing the new parenting that y'all parents wanted to do,
Yeah.
and the old school parenting where you getting yelled at for no reason. I have never seen her get yelled at for no reason. She's always deserved it, but it happened very sparingly.
I didn't deserve it. That's
Yeah,
why I wasn't getting yelled at. The hell?
Well, Olivia didn't want to test the waters.
I watched my siblings do stupid stuff and get in trouble.
See,
Why would
I did
I
the
go
same-
back and do that?
See, I did the same thing, and I still got yelled at because she still had a
No,
little
'cause
life
you-
left
you
in her
went
to
to
yell.
go-
Right.
Honestly, I came
She
very
was
late
done.
from my
She
sibling.
was done. She's like, raise
yeah.
yourself, figure it out.
No,
Raise
right.
yourself, figure it out.
They were like, "We are here to support you. We cannot keep up. Don't do nothing stupid, and nothing bad will happen."
Yeah, she had the bail money on deck. I said, I was
wasn't
told,
going to
don't remember my phone number.
Oh.
That's what my
No,
mother
she has
told
the same
me.
motto for us. She said,
My mother
if we're in
said,
jail, don't
do
call her.
not-
She said, don't waste your first phone call. Don't waste your only phone call.
She literally said that to me when I was like, I think 11. I think the first time, like when going out with friends and going out to house parties,
Yeah.
7:00 at night. House party.
Yeah.
That's
But
late for 11
she-
years old, I have to say.
Yeah,
But
that
I'm
is
just saying,
actually-
the house party was across the street.
Oh, period.
It wasn't nothing crazy.
It was just hanging out.
Yeah, literally it was a hangout.
Yeah.
But the fact that she used to tell us, look, I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Tell me if I'm right. Look, if you get into trouble, don't call my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember my number because I ain't picking you up. That's what I got. That's what I got. She said, you better remember one of them little friends you have to come and pick you up because I had no money or time or patience. I said,
Oh.
I have no idea what you're talking about, lady.
Valid.
Jail.
Like, I didn't even do nothing.
Jail. What did I do? Like, what?
That's mad funny.
Yeah.
No, but from there, I kind of realized, I was like, okay. She was still parenting at that age. And then I guess when I hit, let's say, 13, 14, I realized it started becoming less and less. And I was doing more and more. That's because she had her coming out. And well,
I was around
she,
for a little while,
yeah,
though,
Olivia
yeah.
was already around. But she started to have like school functions and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was...
The attention was.
The attention, yeah. It
Big.
was kind of shifting. So, and I was okay with that because I was getting away with things that my older sister didn't get away with. So I was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
But the actual like parenting that she gave me, I wish she gave to Olivia. So my inner child could be like, okay, there's an equal playing field. But as an adult, I realized, no, there's no such thing with each child.
is different.
Yeah.
Each child is
I was
completely
about to say, what
different.
parenting you want her to give
Yeah.
me?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
I
chilling.
didn't even know. Like
Yeah,
in my
you don't
head,
know.
I'm
It's
just
not
like,
until you get
why
older.
isn't she getting yelled? I'm getting yelled at.
Right.
Why isn't she? But I never took that out on Olivia, so that's why we're so close.
Right.
I always wanted her to get the easy way out when it came to mom. So, like, I never used to, like, I used to crack jokes and do all this kind of stuff. She broke one of mom's blue and white, you know, them black people, and they blue and white.
China,
she broke one of her blue and white, I think, plates that was, like, hanging up on the wall or whatever. And I had to take the fall. I just took the fall. Just like, whatever. I was like, I think Olivia was like throwing her baby doll around or whatever it was.
I doubt it.
and it fell and it broke. And then I had my friends over. So I just remember this so vividly. I don't know why. My friends were over and they're like, oh, y'all broke Miss Hazel's blue and white stuff. Oh, somebody getting in trouble. And I'm like, it's fine. She's not gonna beat me. She slapped me, but she ain't gonna beat me. She ain't gonna beat me. It is what it is. Yada yada yada. But I see, if that's what you're talking about, as far as like the family dynamic and parenting and stuff like that, I did see the difference with Danica, me, and Olivia. So it's can you blame them for parenting?
No,
like.
Differently?
For not parenting.
I feel like you learn different lessons though. That's what I feel like that's what people say all the time. It's like your first kid, you're like a helicopter parent. Like you don't want anything to go wrong. So you're like over like parenting.
And you don't know what you're doing.
You don't know. It's your first time doing it. And then you also don't want anything bad to happen to them, so they're getting in trouble for anything that you see as bad. But it's like, this is everybody's first time out here. Yeah. I gotta make a mistake somewhere, somehow.
We gotta tell each of our, like I told my middle child, I'm the middle child on my mom's side. So I told my middle child story. I feel like you being the only girl, you have your own take because you are a middle child, but only girl. Yeah, and then you have like the youngest. So tell me about what you.
Yeah, me and my brothers are a lot closer in age. We're all just 1 year apart. Yeah. So we have, you know, she was busy for sure. We have, I would say, like pretty similar perceptions of our parents, even though we were parented each differently because we are distinctly different people. I think being the only girl and the middle child, I think by my dad, I was given a much easier time.
I can see that.
Yeah. And which is, when I look back on it, I was like, that's probably because of my mom. She probably was like, no, like, I'm gonna parent her. You kind of
like, let me just sit back.
Bring me the money and keep the roof over the house.
Yeah, I mean, like he isn't like a harsh parent at all.
No,
either. He's a softie. Yeah, he's a lecturer.
He likes to get and that's where I'd rather get beat because at least you're beating me and you're getting it over with. Yo, sir, if you're talking to me and I am just trying to survive out here.
Man said I'd rather get beat than have a conversation. That's nuts.
No, because it's not just a conversation. A conversation is two people going back and forth, like bouncing words off of each other. Yeah. No, there's only a one-sided.
Yeah, it's very one-sided.
Very one-sided.
Very one-sided.
But you know what?
I think like reflecting on it as I am an adult, I'm grateful for that because I was a listener for sure, and so I know that I've absorbed a lot of the lectures my dad has given me, and they have like stuck with me and shaped my morals and values, and it's made life a lot easier for me.
Oh, you're definitely Dexter. Yeah, you're Dexter.
I'm like, and we just happen to be very similar people as well. Like we have same character traits, everything. I look just like the man. Like it's crazy.
When y'all get into conversations, but when y'all get into conversations, when I tell y'all, I'll document this and just throw it up on the hot pod one day. Yeah. But y'all conversing, it is like the most. I don't know if y'all
it's like the Spider-Man meme.
Yes, it's the Spider-Man.
Yeah, literally. I don't know if y'all are arguing or actually having a conversation.
You know what's crazy? Sometimes when I'm in the moment, I'm like taken out of it and I see it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally my father. Like this is crazy. I can't stop.
I know. I can't stop. Because he knows the questions and buttons to push in the conversation.
Exactly.
So that doesn't.
Yeah, I love my dad. I'm not complaining about my dad at all.
Absolutely.
I think he's a wonderful father.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
As I get older, he's so funny.
Yeah,
my dad's corny.
I think he's funny too.
That's what I'm saying.
Your dad's much wittier.
Oh yeah. He's
quick. So witty.
He's quick. Yeah. But I don't like it because he uses it against me. He uses it against us. Yeah. I don't like that because he's so quick. I'd be like,
but to me, I've always seen it as like. That's how he shows his love, like picking on you.
And when he ignores you,
if he ignores you, he really don't care.
He don't care.
He ignored me yesterday. I was real vexed. I said, "Excuse me, you don't hear me talking to you?" No, he was mad at mommy. So I got taken. I got ignored.
The grunt.
I was like, why he vexed? And she was like, because I told him to do something. I was like, so he's ignoring me? This is my first time seeing you today. I said, hello, good morning.
You are a product of her.
No, I'm
so
not. Yeah.
You are an extension
I think when
of
he
her.
sees you, he
tells me that.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'll ask him to do something, and he just looks at me and he smiles. He's like, you're just like your mom. Like,
So that's why when he sees Daniga or me,
he gets like real excited to see them. He sees me and he's like, oh my God, leave me alone.
I think it's for him. It's like too much feelings because it's like he
but
loves
he's in
it,
a house of
but
girls.
he's also overwhelmed by it. Yeah.
Before Dylan and before my nephew and my brother came to live,
it was just the girls.
It was literally just only girls, and he was the only guy. Yeah. He was like, "Well, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a nap."
And now the boys are here. He comes home. He wants to socialize, and we're like,
nice.
You don't act like this.
He's like, I got a team now.
You know, it's crazy. His team be against it. No, because they still don't be on his side. I feel like he gets more work too.
The only person that is on his side when they come around is Gary.
Gary and Dash.
Yeah, homeboy. Yeah.
And Dash.
And Dash. Yeah, but
Dash
only takes him for 2 seconds. My 9-year-old nephew only takes him for 2 seconds because he knows that what you doing? Yeah. Messing with him, that roughness. It's like, I'm a sensitive.
He's like, all right, now I don't want this anymore.
Dash is like, I'm sensitive, and Dylan's like, I don't have any time for you, sir. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
literally. It's pretty funny.
But I like seeing his dynamic with his grandkids. Is like, please don't be that rough with my kids when I have them. My kids God give me girls.
God give me girls because that's the only way they're not gonna get roughed up. Not even true because he be violent. That's why I don't play sports with him no more. It's not fun.
Wait, I have a question.
Her dad? Yeah. He be rough with it.
He takes it so seriously. He's like the most competitive person ever.
Do you remember when we hit shins playing soccer?
That? Well, he used to play soccer when he was young.
That's that Caribbean.
He's small, but everything on him is stiff.
Nimble. He's small and nimble.
Yeah.
His shin hit my shin playing soccer at their house one time. Immediately, a huge bump. I said, I'm never playing with you again.
Yeah.
Don't even look in my direction right now.
He probably got a plate in his mouth.
Bro, that's what I swear to God. I felt like I ran into a pole and we were like, it was like a, what's the word? That's not parallel. That's the other one.
Perpendicular.
See? 2 years out of school and look what happened.
Fighting for my life. It was like that. I will never forget it. I was just like, all right, yep, fun's over. I'm never playing again.
I think he forgets that he's playing with children or just anybody that's not a grown man.
Yeah. I was about to say, how about not grown men?
When he gets so excited, like his childlike feelings come out that he's just going for it.
I feel like because they like as our parents, they don't get that release of
not often
letting go of that your wife, let's just say.
Yeah. But like the pressures of
just to be in the moment having fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's how my dad is
too.
When
was the last time you guys can actually say that you saw either one or both of your parents having fun together or alone? Like genuine fun.
Well, my parents go on drives together. They like to go on a drive and go on a date somewhere far away. So I think they're having fun when they do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember the last time my dad actually had
Wait, actually, my dad is in a softball league now.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, for his church. That? It was I think a month or two ago.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Why he didn't say anything?
I don't know.
He just be playing.
Yeah, he literally talking, he doesn't even go to practice. He just shows up for the games.
No fucking way.
He don't know the rules.
I love him.
That is a king.
I love him.
And I remember
I show up when I want.
The last game they played, because I think they do it on the Sundays before church or after church. I don't know. But last game he played, he was telling me about it, and he was like, "We lost again, but I think I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to learn the game."
Sir, I would have said, "Sir, who's we?"
You would know how to play the game.
I would have said, "Sir, who's we?" Because you're not on the team. You're a backup that thinks they're in front. Okay, sir, you gotta go to practice in order to start playing. Yeah. I wonder if he is a backup, and they say, you don't need to practice.
Well, he's he told me he's one of the best in shape on the whole team. So
that says a lot.
They don't mind if he doesn't know. They'll just tell him what to do. So
that's because
they'll be like, "Dexter, run."
He probably picks
or
up
bat. Time to bat.
Time to bat.
Yeah.
Pick it up. Run.
Because they know he's athletic. athletic. Like,
yeah. No, he is. You can tell he is. Like our dads are athletic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm built just like him.
This one.
Why are you mad?
This one was.
No, it's just like sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, damn, not my dad.
Olivia was born with muscles.
In a crop top? That's nuts.
I've never seen a infant born with muscles.
Tiana Taylor.
I want to see her baby pictures. Okay, that girl has 6 blocks on her stomach. Okay,
one day when I stop eating, my back right now too big. I can't stop.
Do you want to talk about backs right now?
No.
Big back. I am eating. Okay.
Wait. I got a question. So now that you guys are adults and you're reflecting on your parents,
who said that?
Which part? That you're an adult?
Yeah.
You should know with the ring on your finger.
Now that you're not an infant anymore, can we say
that? we can at least agree on that.
Yes.
What is your experience with realizing or seeing your parents as people outside of your parent?
Oh, that started for me younger than it should have. Only because like our culture, we go to parties young. Nobody's really carding anybody. They should be carding people.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody carding nobody. So I was at parties at like 16, 17. So it like seeing my mom, like being able to go to house parties with her and seeing her like in her element with her peers. Yeah. Like it's pretty wild and pretty cool, like seeing her in that element. Only once she didn't know that I was there at whatever function she was at. And I just kind of like observed her for like a quick second. Yeah. I was just like, yo, she is literally having so much fun. Like, this is what my mom looked like when she was younger. Just, she was, when I tell you she was working the room.
Wow.
That's what she does.
A real socialite.
Like, she is a socialite. Like,
apparently she
was a
socialite growing up.
I know newspaper articles and stuff about them. They were little socialites in Trinidad.
Wow. Yeah, Hazel was a socialite growing up.
Yeah. But
I didn't know that. I'm like, what?
Knew, like she knew like important people.
So I'm Blue Ivy?
No, babe.
So I'm
you're Hilary.
So I'm Northwest.
And what I always hear about your mom from my mom is that like there's always like people who she's had long friendships with like 20, 30 years like they've always wanted her, like the men.
Yes.
Yeah. And she friend zoned so many.
Yeah.
By the way, for the listeners, Olivia and I's mom is the oldest out of 3, and Tchad's mom is the youngest out of the 3.
Yeah.
So,
but she just like friend zoned these people, and then they just became like lifelong friends. I'm like, damn girl. Yeah. Okay.
That's crazy. How do you friend zone somebody and they're 1,000%?
They're willing to do
it.
I would
never be okay being friend zoned
because you're a woman.
And to my face, it's not like it kind of gradually happened. Like, oh, I stopped taking their calls as quick, or I'll say I'll call you back, never do. No, sis is like, okay, who are you? Like,
I love her because she friend zoned so many men, and then she married the paper boy.
Olivia,
that's my girl.
Olivia,
shout out to her and the paper boy for making me.
The next time you tell somebody,
I love calling him a paper boy because
she literally just told her whole world, you gotta quit.
I love calling him that. I'd be like, that's my favorite thing to tell him. I'd be like, you remember when you were a paper boy and you bagged her?
Backstory for the paper boy.
I used to think he rode the bike. But he actually had a car. Like, in my brain.
Yeah, I would have thought paper boy.
I assume a bike.
Backstory.
Our parents met at a party, and he was like, yo, let me go take you on a paper run real quick. I go to work in the middle of the party. And she was like, okay. And then they got married.
That's not how it happened. He said he had to do. My mom and dad met at a party. He said he had to do a run really quickly.
A run. And you want to come with me real quick?
Drugs?
Back in the 90s, run is just like, run. Yeah.
It's in the middle of a party, so you don't expect somebody to be going to work.
Right.
He's like, I gotta go run real quick. He's like, come with. By the way, she came to the party with another nigga.
Yeah, she came around.
That's how I said my mom is a savage. Okay?
Yo, that's
she came to the party with a whole nother nigga and left with a whole new nigga. Like,
and now, 25 years later, she's still with the paper boy.
Well, not getting anything. You guys aren't getting anything now.
Well, that's not anybody's age.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's a good indication of like him as a person, though.
Yeah.
Like that
he literally showed her hard work.
Like, this is exactly who I am.
They met. That's crazy.
And she was like, wow, he doesn't need to say much.
But he was supposed to be there for somebody else. He was supposed to be there for one of
Yeah,
my
they were
other
trying to hook
aunts.
him up with one of our other aunts.
That's why she came with a nigga.
Wait,
he was supposed to be it.
I think they would have made a good couple. I don't
No,
think
when they tell that party, when they tell that story at parties, it's so funny.
You have to get them all.
Funny.
I'm telling you, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I've never sat down with all of them.
I want everybody to retell
and
it.
ask, and ask. So next time I'm gonna retell.
They have generally like the same version of the story. It's just funny when like when the blame starts to happen, and they're like.
Like, oh, he took me from my He's like, no. He's like, you was there waiting for me. And she's like, wait for who? And then that's how it starts. Yeah, the whole yelling and fighting. Anyway, but yeah, that was backstory about how our parents met.
But you were saying about like knowing your parents as like people outside of you.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it didn't hit until I got to college and I wasn't home with them as my parents all the time. So like I'll call my mom, but it'd be like socially. I wasn't like asking her for anything. I was like, oh, what are you doing when I'm not around? Like when you hang up the phone, you still exist. Like, no object permanence for me.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, what are you guys doing? And then it was like really an empty house when I left, and I was like. Wait a second.
Yeah, because I wasn't home.
Yeah. What the hell are y'all doing? I'm not home. So what could you possibly be doing? Like when she don't answer her phone.
I heard it was the best
time of their life. They were the happiest when we were there.
Because they did not have to communicate.
No, they were talking. They didn't have to hang out with us.
That's what Dad told us. She didn't tell me anything. She just said, "Oh, it didn't last very long, so it's kind of like a blip, whatever." But. Let him tell it. It was the best. It was the best time period. I can't even say years. It was the best time period of his life because he didn't have to, do too much. Mom wasn't cooking because there was nobody to cook for.
Right.
Necessarily.
Yeah.
So I'm like when you're home alone with your husband, like you gonna pick up some food.
Yeah.
It was like when he tells it, you could tell it was the best time of his life. I don't know if I can say the same for her.
Right.
It's the only time in their lives they would have known being together without kids.
Yeah. Oh, and I think they want to go back.
Yeah, they can't wait, but whatever. And then, oh my gosh, when we had that trip to South Carolina that none of the young kids went on except for me, because y'all all are flakes.
Lo siento.
Don't touch me. And then I got to sit in on like all the adult conversations. I was like, wait a day.
Now you get a taste of it.
No, it was really fun. I got to like sit in and like watch them like reminisce, and I was like, y'all were tweaking out, like y'all were bugging, like they were literally us.
No
and I was
behavior.
like, no fucking way,
really?
No behavior.
Some of the stuff they're talking about, I was like, you guys are us, and I was looking at them crazy. I'm like, wait, I'm here thinking I'm doing the worst I could possibly do in life, and y'all was doing worse things than we like. I'm not telling their business on camera.
Yeah.
But there were some of the stories.
Just know that liquor.
Dying. No, they weren't even drinking or nothing.
The men.
No, I didn't. The men kicked me out because the liquor was.
Oh, that's why. Oh,
the
so
liquor.
you didn't hear
I didn't hear the men. I only got to sit with the women, really. But the liquor was liquoring for the men. They was crying. I was like, I don't got time for y'all. Like, move.
You remember that girl that said, "Oh, we're going to Disneyland," and she's sitting in the car seat. That meme. And she's sitting in the car seat. She's like.
Yeah,
like that's literally how I am when the men start getting emotional.
They get really emotional. Like, I'm waking up at 8 a.m. on this trip. There's 20 of us. The men are sitting on the front porch. I'm like, first of all, it's 8 a.m. There's 2 empty liquor bottles. What's going on?
Not beer bottles.
Liquor. Brugal bottles done up. I'm like, wait, I just woke up. Like, I still got crust around my mouth. I just can't say
I don't think I fell asleep.
Right.
And they're like, one morning, they're like, Livy, come here. And I was like, oh, no. And they were all like, you were just so great to your dad. And I was like, oh, are we doing this right now? I'm so hungry.
Our family is very expressive.
Very. And I'm just
okay. So we'll go with that word.
Yeah.
We'll go with that word. This is wild.
That was a choice word.
And I walk into the house. The ladies are like, what's going on out there? I was like, guys, I don't know. I'm sitting with y'all. Y'all got food in here, and y'all sound like you're laughing. I don't see nobody crying in here, so I'm going to hang out with y'all.
Yeah, the women don't cry. I've never seen the women gather in a group.
No,
our moms cry together.
But that's a sibling.
But like when it's all the aunts, they don't. The dads.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's the men.
It's the men that get super emotional when they're all together.
And it's a select few of them.
But also the women don't really drink like that. That could probably be part of it. That's why they don't cry together. If they did.
You know, I wish that we had that same relationship that they had, but obviously the time period of them being close is different. There was no technology, so all they had to do was converse with one another, right?
Yeah. They also all lived like together, basically.
Yeah. Literally in the same.
Like they all
lived together in the same house in Brooklyn. We're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
But at one point,
like they were just like interchanging but living together. So they always.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like a revolving door. That one house or whatever. But yeah, I just wish that our cousin dynamic, like our generation, was a lot more closer. But I could see that the world, first of all, is just completely different, obviously.
True.
But like, I feel like we're working harder than they ever did. Like, does that make sense? I feel like we're working hard, and I don't necessarily know if we're receiving the amount of relaxation benefits that they had, because they went to work and then they came home. They came home and just like they were partying on a Tuesday, like or just linemen, let's just say, like hanging out. And we don't get to do
times
that.
are different. Like we literally cannot afford to do that.
Yeah.
And that's the part that
we
sucks.
go out,
we're about to go out. But that's also a weekend.
But that's because you guys either travel here or we go to you, and we actually make that
we're just
time.
not, I think, honestly, I do think if all of the cousins, say, lived in like a 10-minute radius of each other, we would definitely be doing that. So it's not that we can't do it. It's that we don't live close enough. We're separated. Our lives are very separated from one another. We only come together for family events.
Yeah, that's
if we did live closer, we would definitely make that happen.
I don't know. I feel like well, you know what? Yes.
I feel like
because the people in Brooklyn, like our cousins in Brooklyn, they
hang out with each
other.
And
we would just do that. It's like, because when we all do hang out, like when we all are at this like family things and stuff, we're always like, why don't we just make an effort to see each other more? It's always
like
that.
I said, my weekends are always available.
True.
I'm always available.
It's just a matter of planning.
And see, that's the thing.
We have to plan though. We can't just do it on a whim. You have to really make
I don't like having to do that. Like, it takes away from the genuity of like the actual hanging out fun. Like, oh, let me just stop by, whatever. Like, I want to be able to do that. Like, Brooklyn's not that far.
Yeah, it's not that far, but the drive is mighty long.
Always busy.
Yeah,
everybody always has something
you don't know.
to do.
We don't know each other's schedule like that unless I ask, and if you don't answer me in 3 days, I'm like, okay, I'm assuming you're busy. I can't see you.
That's why next weekend I'm like, what y'all doing, guys?
Yeah,
you know.
I agree with you with that. Like, I really do wish like we, lived closer and had more of like an open door policy with each other. I think that would be really, really nice.
Yeah.
But I think also we just, because of like the fact that we're already in our early 20s and we're all working so much in different places, we're already growing apart emotionally.
Yeah. Everybody's in completely different spaces.
And plus, we didn't need to rely on each other in our teens.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because they had to rely on each other. Because when somebody sent for somebody in Trinidad, they had to stay at that house until they got on their feet. Then that person sent for their family, stay in that one house.
They're like a big group of siblings,
so we
more
never
than cousins,
really had to rely.
Exactly.
They're more like siblings. Like, they're way closer. Like, not to say that we're not close to our cousins, but we can definitely see as we continue to get older that we are all going in very different places. Everybody has different goals and like
who's the hell's hosting Thanksgiving? God forbid these people broke.
Boston Market hopefully should still be open.
Danica better figure it out. She better figure it out. The matriarch. I don't think Janelle's gonna do it. Yeah, she's the oldest cousin, but I don't think she can do it.
She would
I think Danica's
she would send out like the invite, but she's not hosting it. She's like, I'll do the invite for you. I'll even bring a dish.
It'll be catered.
It's not in my house though.
Catered. I ain't mad at no catering because ain't nothing to clean up.
Facts.
Catering, like what we did for New Year's, best thing ever.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I think part of it, as I said, that was like part of it is also there's like we low key were like segregated in a sense. Like we have cousins literally in Brooklyn. And
that's racist.
Long Island people, and it's like we just had like the Long Island people see each other all the time, just like the Brooklyn people see each other all the time.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of location.
That's racist.
Yeah, anyway. That's very true.
Anyway,
but I don't. I just wish that we were closer. And I try, like, I don't mind being that annoying person that hits you up. Like, I be hitting people up mad random. That's because if you're not in front of my face, my ADHD
she has no object permanent. She's like a baby.
Yeah. It's really bad. I'm not a baby.
No, you are. That's fine. No object permanent. Look, she doesn't even know I'm here right now.
Yeah.
She can't see me.
Well, that's for many reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
But I was actually just thinking about what you were just saying. I was like, it was
like the wheels were turning. Yeah, that's what
I was like, yeah, I do wish we were closer. I think like not many of, and I don't want to speak for them and put words in their mouth, but I would guess that they don't necessarily feel the same way that you feel in terms of like, we could just pick up wherever we left off. Like we're fine. Like we're good. We're as close as
we were 10 years ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's with like. I feel like that's with all of our cousins, second cousins, first cousins, third cousins. However, I feel like that with all of them. Everybody just has their own things, and if you're not in that person's group,
circle,
then that's it. Because everybody in Brooklyn, they hang out.
I was like, they have a friend group that also has the cousins out there integrated in it. I was just laughing in my head because I was like, I feel like as I get older, I'm getting closer to the aunts and uncles. Yeah. Those are
Ain't that crazy?
It's like really funny.
Literally, as soon as I got a ring, it was like,
welcome to the party.
I literally, like when I go on vacation, it's like,
the gates open.
The gates open.
Yeah.
Welcome, my child.
Now
I'm in the group. You are one of our
you gotta invite like the group chats and stuff.
I'm in the group chat.
She's in the group chat.
I'm like, you can still tell that I'm like young in the group chat.
Yeah, but they're like, you're ready.
You know, like I'm ready.
They're in a different stage of life.
No, you kind of reach a certain stage where you're in life where you're just kind of like, you know, you cling to certain people. Yeah. I wish that I was in that stage. I don't know if I ever was, to be honest. Being very honest, I love my cousins. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but I don't think I ever was in a stage of ever being like super close to them. I was just always just around.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
Do you think it's also because you are the youngest of them?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I didn't find any commonality. Like,
because I don't want to like talk shit. I don't know how many of them are watching. I mean,
it's real life.
Much, right?
It's real life.
But something that I observed was that, like, I felt like they did look at you as if you were way less mature than you are.
And some of them stopped talking to me because of that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
And I think even, like, your personality was something that they did not
because it's very youthful,
like, or did not like embrace as well. And I think that
she can
was
be
like
a lot
a
sometimes.
reason.
She's just an Aries.
Yeah,
I
think
help
like
it.
I want a good time.
Yeah,
that's why we get
is
along.
A good time.
Like more, we're able to hang out.
That
more,
arguing stuff, I don't do. It's either we swinging or we walking away.
Right.
I don't know. I genuinely look at people like, why are y'all still arguing?
Right.
Like walk away or just swing.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Swinging's nuts.
We're gonna be two fighting baboons in the street then, and at the end of that fight, what are we gonna do? We're gonna continue to argue? No.
Yeah.
It's either let's fight or walk away because I don't understand. So what you were saying, I'm not that type of person to want to be in hostile situations. And every time I was like, sorry to say, but every time I was like, not every time, some of the time when I was with them, it was always kind of like, it was a lot. Like I had to act a certain way and do that kind of stuff. So it was it was a little weird for me. Like I always diminished myself in those settings
to make them more comfortable.
Just make the situation more comfortable.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't like doing that.
Do that.
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't have to do that anywhere.
I didn't have a voice back then either. I got my voice when I graduated.
Or were you silenced?
Girl, are we getting deep right now?
No.
Was I silent or silenced? I would take the latter.
I know.
Because my personality, I don't know how to spell silent.
Yeah. I'd be trying to tell her to
how do you spell silent?
not your name.
No.
Which is so interesting, but that, like, you know, I'm much younger than you, and I've hung out with
bitch.
Way.
Bitch, what kind of much younger?
I knew you were talking about.
I didn't mean it that way.
I'm not in my 40s, okay?
I just meant it in the sense that I was never associated with that group.
Yeah.
Like, they obviously were. I was never hanging out with them.
Like, for our age, actually, it was more like they looked at us like we were their kids.
Exactly.
We were treated like their children.
So imagine how I was smacking maybe a year or two, 3,
you're like
4
dead
years
smack in
younger
the
than
middle of
them.
that.
I picked up on that.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, because I'm like, she's way older than us. Like,
wait, why she can't go out with them? Why she can't?
Age me.
I'm so sorry, but to me it was like, you're one of them. Why is it like you're being treated like you're one of us? Like to me it was weird. Yeah. Like I didn't get it, and I was like, I don't understand why.
I grew up so confused. Like when we had family functions, that's why I would always invite my friends to family functions. That's why y'all know, you know, Kima, shout out to Kima, and like Junior, shout out to Junior, and all of them. Like I always had that. I mean, I had to always like bring them
to make yourself to make feel comfortable. That's fair.
That my friends were my tribe.
Right.
My family wasn't my tribe until now.
Yeah.
So I wish I could have had that relationship where my family is my tribe. You know. Yeah. I didn't have that. at all. Yeah.
It's crazy that we, like, the second six have such a different dynamic. Mm-hmm. But I guess just because, like, we've literally grown up together. We always spent so much time together. And I think also our parents really ensured that we were each other's friends. Like, they made us be friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They instilled that
quite
in
literally.
Us.
Yeah.
They instilled that in us by having us dress alike.
Oh.
Pissed off.
He's a twin of.
Yeah, you know it's really twinning them.
No.
Best friends. Like, literally.
That was y'all.
The first 5, even the boy.
No, that's not.
We dressed like twins.
Yo, that's
all like we got like quintuplets.
Yeah, Brady Bunch.
That's mad funny. You know what's funny? They did that to y'all, and then they skipped over them. Then me and Jada came along. I guess we were too close because me and Jada had the same Children's Place outfits in this different color.
All the time.
It was on sale.
It was.
If Hazel saw
I
it on
remember
DN
going
saw it.
shopping, vividly going to Children's Place with our mothers, and then picking up the same stuff for us. I was like, we don't live together.
They were like, you're the same. It's fine.
And I don't understand why y'all are not seeing it.
I think she's like,
you're literally twins.
Like, you don't see it?
Like, you don't see it? And that's the one other person who I would say is like I'm like closest with, and that's because we were friends, and then we went to school together where we got to be cousins, and then sometimes we'd be like, damn, we are related. Like we became friends in college to the point where like people would be like, are you guys related? And we're looking at them like, what? I'm like, actually,
Well, since you mentioned it,
we are cousins. Yeah, you're right.
That's my
Like,
sister cousin.
we got it's like
Literally.
quite
That's
literally.
so cool.
So it was funny. Like when she came to school at first, I was like, is this gonna be weird like having a family member there? But then I was like, no, this is 10 times better.
You know what's crazy? I wanted that with Jasmine so bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny?
Yes, I was obsessed with
her. You know what's so weird? She had that with Jada. You wanted that with Jasmine. I wanted that with Janine.
I'm weak.
Yeah.
There was a Newton for everyone.
Yeah. We're like,
if you get a kid, you get a kid.
Yeah.
You get a kid.
I didn't have an older sister.
Yeah.
And
I didn't have the right.
Hey.
I don't know the sister. We had our bumps in the road or whatever.
You have the right older sister for your storyline.
You know, gang. I love. That's my best
wanted to pick a
friend.
new
That's
one.
one of my best friends.
Period.
That didn't hurt my feelings at all.
My sister, literally, I love her.
Yeah.
But you know,
you guys have your issues. You guys have
you
have your
someone
sibling
to be like your bestie, like.
And that's what I always said, because I wanted to do the complete opposite of what I got growing up from my sister.
So she became obsessed with me.
I wanted to do the complete opposite with Olivia.
She stalks
That's
me.
why we're joined at the hip.
Yeah.
She's jointed my hip.
Period.
Twins.
Yeah. There was actually a point where Jasmine was gonna come live with us.
I remember that.
When she was still figuring out where she wanted to go to college. There was a college out here that she thought she was gonna go to.
Yeah,
so
I think I remember that. Yeah, but
that
that was like really
that was actually the best time of your life.
I was so hyped. Y'all have no idea. I'm like, it took so long, but I'm getting my sister. Like, oh my god.
It's giving Hannibal like this. She would have wore.
Yeah.
She would have wore her like last year's fur.
She would.
No, because I thought she was like the coolest person ever. She was so smart. She was so driven. She was so individual.
I mean, she's still here.
Yeah. Sorry.
She's still here.
She still is all of those things.
I'm like, she really is all those things. I could see like being like in like high school and like watch like have a cousin that close in age.
Yeah.
You're like, you are the coolest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
And you're gonna live with me.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm about to be like, yo, this is my cousin.
Yeah.
No,
what? No, this is my sister.
My sister.
This is my sister.
Don't you see the resemblance?
Resemblance.
Yeah, and I even like considered going to Lincoln too, but I was like, it's not the fit for me.
It's not the right. No, it was.
I literally said I was upset.
She did. I'm like, she did say that.
I literally was upset.
Lord.
That sounds
funny. No, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't sound like obsession, but it sounds like you guys had that super cool dynamic that you felt that way.
Yeah.
So your relationship with her just.
And she actually like
that sounds great.
Did treat me like I was her little sister because she had an experience having a little sister,
yeah.
But you know, having someone that's your cousin that is closer in age to you, and we really like, I feel like we see a lot eye to eye on a lot of things. So it was close enough to where like she could share her personal life with me, I could share my personal life with her, like exactly no judgment. And then I would hang out with her friends and stuff, and we were all. I
remember that.
I was like,
that was
oh, so cool.
We have our little group chat. We just don't talk in it anymore.
Yeah. All right, getting back into it. You guys, what are things we wish our parents knew about us?
I don't think it's a funny question.
Oh, you serious?
Answer it.
Yeah.
If Hazel knew
Now you
half
have to
the
go
shit
first.
about me.
No, like what?
It doesn't have to be things
like
you've
a
done,
secret.
but
It's
like,
No, I know.
Oh.
If she knew half the about me, she'll be like, "That's not my kid. That's not my kid."
You think so?
I don't think so.
No. But all seriousness, I think I would want to know like something she don't know. I'm such an open book.
I'm like, Mom
I
has
am
given us.
such an open book. My mom is literally like
We have a very open
my
book
best friend.
Yeah.
type of.
But is there anything about you that you feel like she doesn't understand?
Everything.
I would.
She don't know. She does not understand She doesn't understand the new age American lifestyle culture. Just all that.
Oh.
I wouldn't agree with that.
To what she brings, I bring something differently than what Olivia does. Because half
brings
the like
ratchet
when I talk to
That's why she don't understand. If you watching Love and Hip Hop.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
Like no, but when I talk to her, you can tell like the wheels are turning and she's trying to understand, but she's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know why you would do that. And I'm like, why wouldn't you? I don't understand. And Olivia's like her. She wouldn't she wouldn't do that. So
I guess that is I
they
guess that's where
mentally
they're
get
different.
along because I'm completely different from Olivia. She's completely different from me.
Yeah.
I think Hazel gets along with Olivia
Because we're more similar.
They're way more similar.
Yeah. So
And-
mindset and like choices
Yeah.
in the realm of what though?
The way you react to situations.
Yes, and it's really mainly that.
I think that's that's like your
reaction.
biggest thing because like sometimes
I'm
Hilary
very
will call
exposed.
me after Mom doesn't give her the reaction she wants on a certain thing, and I'm like, Hilary, I don't want to be like an asshole, but I kind of agree with Mom, and she's like, okay, but just hear me out, and I'm like, I'll hear you out, but you know.
And I don't get that.
Yeah.
I know that Olivia is she has the same mindset that Mom does.
Well, I'll listen, but I don't.
I'll
usually,
say
I
it to
won't,
her
like,
just so she knows. Like, all right.
I listen, but I don't.
But,
I won't
like,
share the same sentiment as Hilary most of the time. But we don't butt heads over. We just like different opinions. We had the conversation done.
Not saying my head is always in the clouds, but
No.
I either do one of two completely polar opposite
She's
things.
extremes.
Yeah, I don't know middle ground.
Okay.
It's either
This is a breakthrough. I'm really happy for you.
I learned this 2 weeks ago. in
I'm
therapy.
really proud of you because
I'm an explosive personality. So I have not like volatile, but like I'm such a vibrant, like a lot. I react, think about it, and stand my ground. When I should just think about it, consider other people, then I can react. Not saying don't react, just saying,
But you
think
should-
about it and then react. Because how would you want somebody to react that way to you?
Yeah.
I don't do that. I do what I want.
And do you wish your mom like
I wish she
understood that and
understood
accepted that?
I wish she
I think she
understood that my
understands it.
personality is not. I don't necessarily think she still kind of understands. I think she accepts it. That's different.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think she understands, but she doesn't accept it. I think she knows exactly
Like,
why
she
you
wants
do
to
things,
change it
but she
in
don't
you?
think that's the right way to go about like certain situations.
No,
I think
because
she
the
knows why you do it.
The questions that she asks me, like when we have our
Maybe
conversations,
she-
because I work with her. I work with my mom.
Okay.
So like when we have our little like conversations, I can see that she's asking. I can hear it and see it that she's asking questions.
Like a genuine why.
Yeah, like a genuine why.
That's fair.
I don't think she
can't
understands.
wrap her head around
Yeah,
it.
she
Okay.
said, "Well, if that's what you want to do, and that's accepting."
Oh, that's accepting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess
that
that's
she
fair. I can see
accepts
what you mean
it,
then.
but she doesn't understand it, so
Yeah.
she'll continue to ask questions.
That's fair.
And for me, I'm just like, girl, I don't understand half the shit you do, but I just like, okay. So
Yeah.
I do the same to her.
Yeah.
So it's just, I wish she understood, but she can only understand as best as I can explain.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's either I'm doing a poor job of explaining, which is probably 1000% it, or she's just kind of closed off, and she used to be closed-minded. I never used to have a conversation never been able to have a conversation with her as far as like understanding my feelings of, and where I'm coming from. But I see that now that she sees me as an adult, and we can actually have adult conversations, because I can turn off the childish, fun part and actually sit down and have a conversation. I don't think she can. I don't think she can differentiate me just being this fun, outgoing person to like, I need to have a serious conversation with you. It's always kind of like, I wish she just understood. I wish she understood the main thing out of all of this. I wish that she understood that I'm a lot more sensitive than she thinks I am.
Okay.
Because then
More
maybe
sensitive than
she'll
you let
react
on.
differently.
No,
Yes.
because I do give off. I
think it's the way
very
you
sensitive,
communicate.
and she looks at me like, "Why are you?"
Because it's
why
the
are
way
so
you
emotional?
communicate.
She's
she thinks
used to
everybody's
me not
emotional.
being
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
emotional.
saying.
So,
So
when
it's
I
the way you let
am
on.
emotional, it has nothing to do with what I'm giving, because I'm giving her. I'm vulnerable.
Okay.
I wish that she understood that I'm a person, so I have vulnerable moments. I'm not always going to be on this high.
Okay.
I want you to understand that I need that mommy.
Oh, okay.
That, in certain moments.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What about you, Olivia?
It's a weird question. I don't know.
Dad is chilling.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm a dad too. Me and him get along great, so he understands me 1,000%. When he feels like it, because I've had conversations that no one's privy to with him. Like, I would just go out there while he's working or whatever, and I would just converse with him. He'd be sitting on the couch. I'd just converse with him, and it'd be so chill and so just like so cool and so chill. I get along with him more now than I ever thought I would. Period.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's so weird. I'm embracing it.
Nice.
But yeah, with you?
I'm trying to think. I feel like it goes like mentally. Like, so I guess, you know what it was? I feel like when I had like my mental breakdown in college, my like freshman year.
Everybody had a mental breakdown.
You have to have a mental.
I never had.
It's coming, girl.
Don't play with me.
No, I feel like, because everybody knows me to be like someone who cries a lot, but like I cry over a lot of stupid stuff. I can admit that. I don't do it as much now, but when I was younger, I just cried over everything. So it wasn't until they saw me have like a full on mental breakdown and be like, I'm really fucking depressed. I want to die. They were like, oh, wait. The tears are not for nothing.
Yeah.
This is triggered by something. I don't cry that much anymore.
Yeah,
I cry when I
actually,
laugh.
no.
I feel like I cry a lot when I laugh.
Play hot and cold with her phone.
Yeah, well,
She'll
that's not
start
funny.
crying.
That's not funny.
She'll
Nothing about
start
that's funny.
crying.
I'll cry because I'm annoyed.
If I'm bored, let's play hot and cold.
I feel like I don't know what Dad doesn't understand. I feel like I don't really talk to Dad. Like, I do, but I don't. Like, he don't give me nothing back, so I'm just like, okay, I'm
like
talking
he's
to him.
there.
Like, I talk to him. He don't say nothing back. I'm like, are you listening?
And he's listening.
And he's looking at me, and I'm like, okay, I'm done here. Because also, this is one thing I don't like. I think I've said it before. I'm so, like, I will tweak out if someone ignores me. This is the one thing.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
like.
that.
I say it every day. I hate that shit. So, like, when I talk to him, I feel like I'm being ignored. So I'm like, why am I going to talk to him? He don't respond.
You know what? It's not that. It's why he and I get along probably is because we don't say too many words at once. We can't. Because mentally, we check out after a certain amount of words.
I'm trying to have a conversation.
So
at least respond. I say hello. You're gonna look at me blank eyes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I feel like you're ignoring me, why would I continue to talk to you?
Yeah.
So I just don't. Like, I'll be like, hey, what you doing? That's it. Our phone conversations are 10 seconds long.
So what do you wish that he
that I'm actually trying to speak to him. I'm not just talking to talk.
Okay. What about Mom?
I don't know. I feel like she gets me. But that's because I'm really similar
must be
to
nice.
Mom.
Yeah.
Twins.
Like, I'm really similar to Mom. To the point where, like, when she don't get me, I'm like, are you even listening right now?
No.
And then she'd be like, actually, no, I'm not. I'm like, I had to tell herself literally this morning. I was like, I'm talking to you. Pause the garden video. It's on YouTube. It's not going nowhere. If I'm going to lose this thought, I'm going to be upset about it. And then I don't really say anything worth listening to anyway. But she's like, okay. And she goes back to playing. I'm like, you know what? You're really bad at multitasking.
You ever been so disrespected somebody watching the video and they go their fingers hovering over the play? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, press the button. It said you're so gully. It said you're so gangster. Press the button.
And it's so loud too. Like when she does have it playing, you're trying to talk to her. I'm like, ma'am, you have to understand that I'm talking to you. But like, I don't know. I think also maybe just like the way I communicate sometimes. I communicate kind of weird. I feel like I don't know.
Weird how?
I've had her at different stages.
I feel like I'm snappy sometimes, but I don't mean to come off as such. And then like I did this morning, and then I got upset with myself because I didn't mean to. But she came in, she's like, "Did you meet so and so outside?" And I was like, "You introduced me to him yesterday." She's like, "I was just asking a question." I'm like, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off as rude."
See, when I snap at Mom, I literally just when I feel bad, I walk up to her. And I just give her a hug. She's like,
no, she'd be mad jumpy. I think she kind of scared her.
She's like, what is this? What is this? What is this? What are you doing? Like,
but
I'm not. I don't know how to say. Yeah,
so
I don't know how to say sorry. I don't say it often. I probably will never
hopefully
really say it often.
One day.
But like that was me saying, my bad, sure.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
She kind of
so
gets
like,
it now.
Okay. She's not so squintish when we try to give her a hug now.
Sometimes
she's like progress.
Yeah.
No, she kind of just leans. She'll
lean into it now.
Yeah.
Like a hug.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get her at the same time. You got to really make her uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, come here, real quick. She's like, what? We both go in. She's like,
always on edge.
Get off of me.
Always on edge. Yeah. But with you, what about you? Each parent.
Okay.
Or if it's the same thing for both.
It's not the same with both. I think
yeah.
As I'm becoming an adult, I'm starting to have separate relationships with my parents because as a kid, I felt like they were so like, we're a team that it was like there was no really getting to know them individually. But as I'm getting older, and I think they, you know, we have conversations like separately. We are developing different relationships with each other. So I think for my dad, I think my dad pretty much gets me. There's definitely like a lot of stuff that I've never told my parents.
Clearly.
Things that they don't need to know. Like I'm just kind of like they don't need to know.
It's not that important.
It's fine. Yeah, like
it doesn't do anything for our relationship.
Exactly. It's not like they're getting a whole different understanding of me because they don't have this information. Like it's fine. But I wish my dad could understand that I'm like and I think this has to do with where he is in like his emotional development. I wish he could understand that how do I word this?
Say it and then clean it up. Because maybe we can understand when you say it.
I'm not my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the sense of, I think sometimes he thinks when I use a certain tone or when I ask him something that I'm snapping at him because my mom is a reactionary person and she'll be like that. So do you think it's like a humanly thing? Like it could be anybody?
No, I think it's specifically my mom. Okay.
No, I'm saying the way he reacts is because he's so used to your mom's reaction. He reacts that way to you. Do you think that if it was anybody in your position, he would have reacted like that anyway because he's used to reactions as such because of your mom? Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
maybe
it
that.
might also just be that you're just like the product of them, and she's the only girl product of them. So it's like you must be acting like your mom.
Yeah, because me and my mom are similar in a lot of ways. Like, I think like intellect-wise, we're very similar. I think I can be like my mom in certain shadier ways.
I was waiting for that.
Your
mom is shady as all hell, and she I'm telling you,
might be watching.
No, but I hope she is. I tell it to her face. Please don't beat me.
I think I'm starting to understand as I'm becoming like a woman. I'm starting to understand like I'm actually pretty similar to my mom in the way that I see my self-development. I think she has a certain view of it as well. Like I think that she's someone that continues to grow and continues to learn more about herself. She likes that. And I'm also in that way. I like learning more about myself. I like changing, and I'm fine with accepting that parts of me have died and new parts of me are existing now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
that's dope.
So yeah, I think that's what I wish my dad knew, is that like I'm not
her
exactly my mom.
Yeah.
Because he does see us as very similar.
Yeah.
Like he calls me her name all the time. Like
that's mad funny.
Yeah, and he calls her my name. Like it's
just two girls walking around the house.
Literally.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
50-50 chance.
I literally, oh my gosh, I never talked about this because I forgot about it actually. I had to have like a serious conversation with my dad when I was younger. I mean, I kind of blew up on him, and then my mom, I know, had the serious sit down conversation with him. But when I was in my teenage years, my dad would treat me as if I was his wife. Like literally, he thought I was like an extension of my mother. He'd be like, "Oh, so he'll be like, "Oh, I left my shirt on my bed. Can you iron it?" And he'll like just little things, or he'd be like, "Oh, I don't have time for this, so can you?"
This is something I didn't get into in therapy that I really don't need you bringing up right now.
I'm sorry.
No, I get that.
And
I really do.
Like, "Oh, I didn't have time to go pick this up from the store. Can you pick it up for me? And I literally had to like sit down. I'm like,
Tchad, you could just run really quick, run the iron past this shit for me, please.
Low-key daddy issues.
Yeah, and that made me
Your dad
so
don't gotta be
frustrated.
missing for you to have issues. Apparently,
Stop. Somebody told me that like a year ago, and I put it in the back of my head, and I was back. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, but at the time when I blew up on him, I didn't even know to phrase it like that because I didn't know that that's how he was viewing me. Mm-hmm. I just thought he was viewing me as my time is worthless. Mm-hmm. And so he can just give me tasks to do to occupy my time. Like his time is more important than mine. I made you, so
your time is mine.
Exactly. Yeah. And I found that so dehumanizing. I was like, listen, I have a life of my own. I have a schedule of my own. Like, I can't just do whatever you want when you want it done. Like, I'm not... like your assistant, like
not your wife.
And I wasn't even thinking that way. I wasn't even thinking that way. But I think my mom had told me afterwards that that's what he was thinking. And I think that she's the one that enlightened me to that. But I know she did have a conversation with him because I remember after that conversation, things changed drastically.
Okay.
Yeah.
To that must have been a really good conversation if you saw the dynamic.
Yeah, change.
Switch.
Yeah. And so
that's wild.
That's crazy.
But in terms of my mom, like what I wish she knew about me, I feel like a couple of years ago I would have said the exact same thing. Like I wish she knew I wasn't her. Because she has always treated me like her mini me because she's always wanted a daughter.
Oh,
and I think like throughout my developmental years, I've always looked just like my mom. Like not look like her physically, but like the way
personality,
I act,
like the way you carried yourself. Your demeanor was your mom.
Exactly. And so she saw me as her. But I think as I'm getting older, and I'm having more conversations with her, just like about random things, like just disagreements and how we might see a situation. She's understanding that I am my own person. But I do wish she knew that, like, I think, like, similar to you, I don't think she knows I'm as sensitive as I am.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think that they had that growing up. I don't think that they had much. How do you spell sensitivity?
Yeah.
Sensitive. What is that?
Yeah.
From what the stories that I've heard from all three of them, they never really had that
mommy to run to go.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because
they had each other.
Because if you really think about it, we didn't have that grandma either. God rest her soul.
Exactly.
We never really had. Well, at least us. We never really had that dynamic because Danica, she had that dynamic with grandma, but we never really had that. So
they never had that tenderness like nourished in order for them to give it to us.
Tender,
and which is so interesting because like she sees. Should I? Yeah, I'll just say it. She sees as very sensitive because
your younger brother.
Yeah, my younger brother. When we were growing up, he had a lot of needs. Like when it came to school, his development. Like he had a short temper. So she knew that he was sensitive
because he outwardly showed that.
Exactly. And so she was able to treat him that way. And that's
because he showed it early.
Yeah.
Early, and also I think it was kind of like outbursts from like it would be like from explosive in a sense, but like it was like tears explosive.
Yeah.
Where it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
How can you burst into tears like that? Like usually people burst into rage, but it's like he's really upset right now. Like, how long were you holding that in kind of thing?
Yeah, and she would always, like, comfort him because she's like, well, I guess that's what he needs as a kid, you know? Yeah. And I think from that, she's learned how to treat him like he is sensitive because she understands
easier
it.
When you see it, it's easier to tend to something that you can see versus something that if I tell you about it, but you never see me being sensitive.
You don't believe it.
You'll be like, you just want to be like everybody else. You don't conceptualize.
Like,
you're not sensitive.
Yeah. And
or if you're sensitive one day, then you're just outgoing person for Lord knows how long, and then you show a glimpse of sensitivity.
They'll be like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Because are you going through something?
And then I also, like, I think because, like, had needs of his own, you know, going through stuff. My older brother, sorry. When he was a teenager, like they needed so much attention, and I was just like, okay, that I don't think she realized that like I still needed my mom in that way.
You see, and that's how I felt. I promise you, it's a middle child syndrome. I was about to say that's middle child. It is middle child syndrome. I felt like the years that I needed my mom, I didn't get her because it's either homegirl older was effing up that bad, or
I was simply trying to learn how to walk.
Younger needed more attention. So I was told to basically fend for myself emotionally.
Yeah, even without them outwardly saying it, it's just the way you were being treated. You kind of just felt like, all right, well, I'm not going to ask for too much.
But you
can't you can't give that to me.
But even to this day, I'm told, oh, that's just a middle child. No, that is a child who felt neglected at that moment. Period.
Child.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I think by saying like middle child syndrome,
no, it's very
people like
dismiss it
and make it seem like you're making something up.
Absolutely, because that is not a diagnosis.
Yeah,
it's not scientifically proven.
Yeah,
like it's just typically kids who are born in between, in the middle, are kind of left to fend for themselves emotionally most of the time. To be honest, because they're told they were there enough to fend for themselves. I guess whatever. And they don't necessarily need that support because they have an older sibling.
Yeah.
But is that older sibling really always there?
Yeah. And the older sibling also shouldn't have to parent you. They're a child as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not their responsibility to do that.
Exactly. How you feel, Bucky? Bitch.
So political.
Stop. Don't do that.
It's interesting, though, because I feel like even in my adulthood, it's like I don't even know how to get there. Like, I feel like because I had to, like, emotionally parent myself for so long that, like, I don't feel like I need my mom.
You can't go to, you can't just magically change that.
Yeah, like, I never have the urge. So it's hard to, like, how are we going to bridge this gap of understanding if I'm not the one?
Bridging the gap, man.
Bridging the gap. Bridging the gap.
Bridging the gap, man.
Motherfucking do it.
He just put his
how am I
going to
bridge
camera.
this gap of understanding? I've kind of just made peace with the fact that as I get older and have my own kids, I will need my mom more, and that's
probably exactly when that switch is going to happen.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what happened with she had kids and their relationship literally mellowed out because they were just always either here or there.
Everything she ever told me.
As soon as they had kids, they mellowed out. She kind of understood why my mom did certain things. Obviously, there's things that she still don't understand, but that was my mom's story. But at least she understood. So that's why I never had kids. I made sure I did not have kids because I did not want to go through that turmoil. I saw mom, sister, didn't want to see it. Like,
you didn't want a trauma bond?
Why would I want to do that? That's crazy.
Some people love
Why would I want to do that?
Some people thrive on that.
I swear to God, some people go through that so they can trauma bond.
So get trauma bond?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. No.
I think so. Not to blame people for their own trauma, but like, sorry.
Some people trauma bond.
I don't even know why she put you on the floor. Yeah, lay down.
But, I mean, so what questions do you think you would have for your parents? If you had any questions, pick 2 questions, one for mom, one for dad. What 2 questions would you have for each?
Ooh.
Go to shop.
Okay, I want to ask my mom, like, what it is that my dad taught her about being a wife that changed her so drastically. Because I've been like, you could see it, like from piecing together like who she was before my dad and seeing who she is now, there's a lot of factors in there of things and experiences and a lot of things I've heard, but I think something had to etch in her brain, like conversations they had or something that had to flip the switch to where she was like, I need to be a different person. And I kind of want to know what that is. I want to fill in that blank in my head.
Ooh, okay. And then what for your dad?
And my dad, here's the thing. My dad never talks about, probably your dad as well. I mean, your dad doesn't talk much in general. Period. But he never talks about like the negative parts of his childhood.
Bro, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I don't know.
Never existed.
I don't know anything about my dad's childhood.
Yeah.
I've never seen a childhood picture of my dad.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I want to know.
Born an adult.
That's what I think. I don't know anything about him.
Benjamin Buttons.
But I know about his childhood in terms of like the positive things. And when we go back to Trinidad, he'll be like, "Oh, this is where we used to like play soccer. This is my old friend used to live. I would go over to his house and me and whatever."
There's so many
So
stories,
it's stuff
but
like
no,
that, but
yeah,
nothing about the trauma.
I know about
like
him getting
what did
beat.
you go through?
Like,
do you think that they mentally?
I know my dad
out?
didn't get beat.
Do you think
because he was the youngest of 8?
But do you think they mentally blocked out the trauma?
I don't think he mentally blocked it out. Because my dad is a very emotional person.
Probably just doesn't want to talk about it because he knows it was a bad time.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, or...
Could it be possible they never...
especially you saying he never got beat. I'm like, low-key, did he just not have...
I know he never got beat because his dad was never there. And his mom was old by the time he was growing up. And his older siblings, like, they raised him and he never really did anything bad. Like, he wasn't a bad kid at all. So it's like... he didn't get beat, but
he learned to coast.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm like, what is it that gives someone like him this, like, because he's what's it called? He's like always in hyperdrive.
He gives me motivational speaker. There's never an off.
Yeah, but it's like when you think
mean.
about someone who's like, he's always working as if he's working towards something, right? Mm-hmm. Usually that's because you're working away from something else.
Yeah. So you want to know what
that what are you running
because
from?
It's like you're making it seem like or at least what I know, like it seems like your childhood was chill. So what would motivate you every
Why
day?
Are you so motivated to do what you do on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
I want to know that too.
I want to know.
I didn't know he never got beat.
Yeah. No.
I know my dad got beat.
Must be nice.
So...
got a phone book thrown at me.
I'm like, that's crazy. That's my big. Oh my God, questions for my parents.
Trauma dump. What about
I feel like for dad, it goes into like I want to know about his child. I know like silly things like he used to do his sister's hair or like
stories,
stories or like his random little friends that he would like magically tell you a story about because he sees a random white man. He's like, oh, that looked like my friend XYZ. Like, you know what I found out recently? What? My dad's been to England.
Oh yeah, he looks like the type. Spend some time there, yeah.
I was like,
for sure.
Okay,
he looks like the type.
I guess.
What does somebody who looks like they went to England looks like?
But I don't know.
I mean, like he would fit in England.
Yeah, like, he could have been one of those Caribbean people settled over there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I don't know anything about him really. Mm-hmm. He doesn't talk much, so like I don't know. I just want to know about his childhood. Like I want to know why you came here. Again, why you work so hard because we just be chilling.
Right.
We don't do much. I don't know. I guess for him, yeah, it's just I want to know how he was raised and brought up with he was second oldest of 5 or 6 kids. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But like he's an older sibling. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why you act like that? I want to know why he is the way he is. For mom, low-key the same thing though. Mm-hmm. What make like at least emotionally for her, what makes her so like rock solid sometimes?
Like strong?
You think it's more than just the big sister of it all? Like
I think so. Yeah. But not necessarily like say strong. I guess you could say she's strong, but I feel like she just doesn't outwardly express emotions. I don't know if that's considered being strong though.
That to me is like playing tough.
Yeah.
That
everyone.
Yeah. What makes you put on this tough skin?
Yeah. Because that's a want. She wants to put on this tough. Because if she wanted to, she can put down the guards and be this.
But it's not that easy. So there's something there that makes her do it.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
For sure.
Why do you choose to be so tough? And she'll probably say, I didn't have a choice growing up. Elaborate, sis.
Or she'll say, I'm not. Or she'll say, what do you mean?
She'll kind of like give you
black and white.
Yeah. She won't give you the in depth. Although she'll be like,
I don't even think
I'll answer whatever you want to know.
No, I don't think she would even give that much. Though I think she would be like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah,
and keep it pushing.
That's what I'm saying. She's not an understanding.
Because she's like,
you're seeing through me. What
made
the hell?
peace with it, and it's like it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it also, I know for a fact it stems from her grandmother.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
that ran deeper. So yeah.
What are your questions?
So yeah. That's where I know it started for her. But for me, my question would... I don't really care about people, to be honest. so I wouldn't want to know anything.
If I were your kids.
I'm just kidding.
So just experience them as they are. Who cares?
It is what it is.
That's a pretty healthy way to live too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It
Just
is.
experience
Knowing less.
knowing the version of you that I'm getting.
Well, I have an extra parent to ask a question.
Yeah, don't ask mine.
By the way, viewers, listeners, whatever, Olivia and I do not share the same dad, but I have known him since I was like 5, 6.
She's known him longer than me.
Yeah. So he's been my dad since I was like 5 or 6, whatever age that is. I don't know. But so yeah, so when I say dad, I mean our dad, but my
Father.
biological father. I would ask him why. I always wanted to know, why do you feel that you come first? And I'm just gonna leave that right there. I don't want to explain nothing. I just want to know why you feel that you come first.
Oof. The phrasing of that is loaded.
Thank you. No daddy issues there because he wasn't in my life to create daddy issues. So
that's the issue.
Because I had dad. So I had a dad in my life from what I remember. You know what I really want to know, and it may sound silly to y'all, but I just want to know if he's genuinely happy. I want to know, like, what makes you happy, and are you happy? It's like a 2-parter question. Yeah. You know, because I think he just coasts through life and he's okay. He's
content.
Yeah. But I want to know what makes him happy. I want to know if he is happy and what makes him happy. You know? But and then my mom, one question?
Yes, just one.
Damn.
We don't have time.
One question I would ask her is, why are you emotionally closed off?
So similar.
Yeah. Why?
Maybe you guys could tag team.
Right?
Tag
you
it. I don't want to get beat.
Yeah, she's definitely not gonna answer if you two like ganging up on her. Why you so tough?
Come here. Why you so tough now?
Why you so tough, bitch?
That's valid though. We were supposed to read the book Emotional Intelligence together, and we both just put it on the shelf and never touched it.
Yikes.
I read that book. It was really good. I think I have to reread it.
Your mom gave me hurt people, and that's how I was able to repair, mend, whatever word you want to include, with my older sister.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Books are good.
I needed to understand why she was the way she was, because that was one personality, one relationship in my life that I could never understand why I can't put that person in a category. I always put people, friends, associates, parents, I don't know, coworker. Like, I can put people in categories. I could just never put her in that. Like, I could never understand. Never understand. But hurt people, man. Yeah. That explained a lot.
And this is why we need to read. Children, books are good.
Yes, reading is fundamental.
Drop some book recommendations.
Facts. No, I don't have a book. Ooh.
Not you. I meant the comments. So we don't got no more conversation left.
I like to read. Okay, I'll tell y'all in the next episode. I'll tell y'all. I'll be reading some good shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, but it's fiction, obviously. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, that was an emotional episode. How do you guys feel?
I feel fine.
I feel great.
I feel hungry.
I'm actually excited to yap more when we're
when we're off the camera.
Anyway,
thanks for tuning in.
We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next episode. Thanks for watching the Hot.
Bye, guys.